Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to first of all thank you for your presence tonight here. My name is Moreira. I am the founder of WISeKey, and WISeKey's for the second time in Davos organizing what we call the WISeKey Swiss Night. So WISeKey has become in the last 4 years one of the global growth companies of the World Economic Forum. We have been very much involved in the World Economic Forum activities. WISeKey is also a member of the Illicit Trade Council. Actually, I am vice chair on that council, and also on cybersecurity and international trafficking. So the WISeKey technology, just to give you 2 seconds on it, is based in a Swiss model. Our vision was that Switzerland is a trust country, is a trusted country, and it's also a trusted infrastructure which could be replicated on the internet. The internet is moving towards becoming an internet of things. Something like 50 billion devices are going to be interconnected by the year 2020. Each device needs an ID. 6 billion people are now using mobile phones. Those mobile phones need an ID. Those IDs between mobile phones and devices are going to be talking to each other, and they need a trust center. The present situation is that every country has a different interoperable model which are not necessarily compatible, and the efficiency is not there. So WISeKey has been positioned in solving the problem of people's IDs and objects ID. In those posters you see some examples of what we have been achieving so far. We provide authentication for watches in Switzerland, very expensive watches, that they are, as you know, big counterfeiting around the world. This is $1 trillion counterfeiting economy. 5% of the global economy goes to the hands of people trafficking on products. And WISeKey technology, together with Swiss brands, is actually making that life very difficult for them, because they cannot counterfeit the product that easily anymore. This technology is now expanding to pharmaceutical products, to spare parts, to supply chain management and others. In what concerns the people, WISeKey was one of the first companies in the world in cooperation with the Geneva State, which we have, by the way, the honor to have with us here the Minister of the Economy, Mr. Angers. And we was one of the first company in cooperation with HP and the Geneva government to do e-voting, which is providing voting over the internet to people voting from their houses, using their own computers full of viruses in many cases, and nevertheless being able to use a secure channel on which you send a ballot to the government, and the government considers that as a binding transaction. So we believe our vision to the future is that Switzerland can play a major role on this new Internet of Things economy. We really need a trust center on the internet. As I normally say, the physical world needs Switzerland because its neutrality, its uniqueness, positioning in the trust interchanges. The internet also needs a Switzerland. Obviously, the internet, the Switzerland of the internet will be virtual, will not be designed by houses or mountains, will be designed by cryptography, by interoperability, by trust centers. Geneva in particular is the city which invented the World Wide Web, as you know, in cooperation with CERN, and the World Wide Web is going to be the 25th anniversary next year. So we really believe that the next World Wide Web is going to be transactional. The current web is non-transactional and is not being used until the moment for anything else, that basically accessing social networks and things like that. In the future, the internet is going to be transactional. You're going to be conducting very heavy transaction payments. You're going to be doing government transactions, health transactions, and for that you need a strong security. So we'd like to thank you. It's the second time we organize the Swiss Night. We hope to continue doing it, not only for WISeKey, but also bringing Swiss innovation. We have with us journalists from Milan. They are selecting the best startups of the year, which is going to be announced very soon. And it's so proud to say that WISeKey was one of the first internet startups in Switzerland, in particular in Geneva. And now, since we started, many others has followed. It brings the new dynamism of Swiss to create companies. I think Swiss, I was with the Minister of the Economy just yesterday in a roundtable. And one of my points was that Switzerland has to dare to create companies. Yeah. We are the #1 country in the world in terms of innovation, but we are not by far the #1 country in the world in terms of creation of companies. So that means entrepreneurs have to get inspired by successes, create companies, and make Switzerland what I believe is going to be one of the most dynamic hubs on wealth creation in the world. I would like to give the floor now to Mr. Angers, our minister, which is with us. He's going to introduce you in French. As you know, in Switzerland we have several languages, and it's our tradition to do it always in 2 languages. So I give the floor to Mr. Angers, and I thank him once again to be with us in this special night. Thank you.